Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I was just looking at this and wondering, why don't we have a defensive station here? Shouldn't we have one? I'm pretty sure we should. So we're going to hop right in here and we're going to put in a starport. That also means that we want to have a hyperspace relay there. So once this guy is, well, not really that guy, we can redirect another construction ship somewhere. That's going to be what's going to end up happening, I think. So that is reasonably fine. I just want to check through our jobs real quick here. And there's not a whole lot going on there, so that seems good. We're going to be finishing up down here soon enough, but that's fine. This is going to take a little while, and then we've got the Cetacean 2 up here, and that's going to take a little while too. I'm actually going to make another construction ship. So that'll finish up, and we'll get that out to Nunki. It's going to take it a long time to get there if we order it to go the old-fashioned way, and we're probably not going to do that. So that's fine. We're going to have it go through Spica, Ojlars, and then to Nunki. We just need to have enough influence, right? And that'll be reasonably fine. I'd like to get it started building some, orbital rings as well. So that'll be reasonably okay. We'll just get that online. So our fourth construction ship is ready now, and we're going to head into Spica. Excellent. Once we do that, we can move here. That's actually traveling through the hyperspace relay, remarkably. And then we can go up to Nunki. Cool. So we'll arrive there eventually. If we didn't order it to go this way, it would have gone all the way around via the hyper relay this way. And it would have been kind of insane. But okay. So that is fine for the moment, but we definitely do need to get Nunki upgrading up. So that'll happen eventually. And I want to check in on the status of our current upgrades down here. So these are all going to Citadel, and they're going to be done with that very soon. Cosmic alteration on Ojlars. Okay, that's fine. Yep, that is absolutely to be expected. So we're heading up to Nunki right now, and we do have enough to get that hyper relay built. I kind of would rather the hyper relay get built on this side, to be honest. Can we change where that gets built? I think we can. Yeah, I want it down over here. So we're going to do exactly that. That looks excellent. So that's underway. This Radiant Storm has made some significant changes. It's going to die out fairly soon. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about maintaining the storm right now. So this is building ancient ramparts here, but it is a citadel. So we should definitely put in our target uplink computer, our defense grid supercomputer. I'd like to put in a communications jammer and a disruption field generator. Something like that. We also finished up this archaeological site. That's wonderful. Okay. So we're going to have some of these citadels finishing up very shortly, right? That is absolutely wonderful. While that's happening, we can start queuing up a target uplink computer here, defense grid supercomputer once again, a communications jammer, and then we're just waiting on that last building, which is only about 20 days away. So that is really not too bad. Excellent. We have a Astral Rift event pending. That is indeed unfortunate. Our leader has advanced in age by 20 years, but we did gain 117,000 engineering research. So that's something anyway. And this, of course, finishes upgrading as a citadel. And I want to put in... Nope, hang on. This one. Really? High Federation centralization, we vote yes on that. Okay, that is fine. But what I really wanted to do is I wanted to get this built. Okay, the disruption field generator.
Construction complete.
So over here in Azeroth, we're going to put in a target uplink computer, defense grid supercomputer, communications jammer, and then we're just waiting 15 more days for that sweet, sweet disruption field generator. Who insulted us? Oh, the Ukavongo Devourers. Yeah, that makes sense. We have an open council position right now, the head of research, and we could certainly put this guy in. He's the only real option as of right now. So that seems fine. Now, we just need this disruption field generator in this slot is the one that we need. There we go. Okay, that's all built, and then these are still building. The Nunkey station, of course, needs to be upgraded. We'll get going on that. And we can put in the same 4 buildings here that we're building in all of our bastions.
Research
so that'll
complete.
be absolutely fine. Defense grid supercomputer there. We just finished up ancient driller drones. I guess we could grab Tomb World habitability. Why not? That seems fine. Okay. Archaeological dig is in progress. We should have some idle ships, though. Yeah, this guy here. So I want you to get a new leader for sure. We built our orbital ring, and we'll look at that in just a moment. So I'm going to hire in this guy. And what do we want to grab? I guess intuition is fine. Okay, we're going to put you on science ship automation. We're going to enable everything except special projects, and you can go do stuff. Cool. We also have astral actions available, but nothing we can actually do just yet. So let's head down to Radar Central and take a look at our fancy new orbital ring. So we can go to Radar Station Alpha here. And this is our orbital ring. So what do we want this to be? Well, Radar Station Alpha is basically set up as a tech world. And we could definitely make a few alterations to this, like removing these temples. Also, the Storm Nullifier is probably not that big of a deal. We do have some things that benefit from it, so that is noted. I'm going to treat this like a tech world, though. So that means that when we go to our orbital ring, we have these modules. We can also upgrade these. That's going to be expensive in terms of influence. And for the moment, I'm only interested in getting them to level 1, which means we're going to be pretty limited in what we can actually build here, right? We can build an orbital shipyard, orbital anchorage, planetary defense guns, and planetary defense batteries. For the moment, I'm not going to actually do anything with that. So we'll get that orbital ring developed a little later on. We're going to need to level it up a little bit. And we'll see what our options end up being for that. I haven't messed with orbital rings too much. I know that they can be used to further specialize planets, and that's the plan. But we'll see what that ends up feeling like. Okay, so these astral threads we're full on. Not a lot we can do about that. That's fine for now. How are we doing on minor artifacts? 4.5k out of 5,000. Okay. So that's absolutely noted. We do need to come in here and get some of these structures built, right? So that means... Why can we not queue these up? Oh, I've already done this one. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, this is just ancient ramparts here. This is the one that I thought that we were building on. So that's fine. We need a defense grid supercomputer, we need a communications jammer, and a disruption field generator. Perfect. So there's all of that. I want to just go through every one of these bastions and make sure that we are in the position I think we're in. That has all of them queued up. Yep, that's fine. This has all 4 of them queued up. This should have all 4 of them queued up. It does. The Hell's Maw station does not, I don't think. No, it does. It has 3, actually. We need a 4th here. Communications jammer. Something isn't right here. Defense grid supercomputer, black hole observatory. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. I don't actually want a black hole observatory here, although that would be a neat thing to have. We are instead going to put in a disruption field generator there. Cool. Okay, what do we got here? That is all 4. That looks good. And then here, it is good. Okay. Now we need a physics research. Dark matter detection, the only non-repeatable tech that's there. We need to sell off a few minerals, which we will happily do. And we can buy in some alloys here. The price isn't fantastic, but we would prefer not to cap our energy credits. So that seems good. Are you idle? Yes, you are. You can go build in Dirham. Actually, no, not in Dirham. We need to build this in the D471 Singularity. So this is going to be a little bit awkward here because we're going to need to be in the D471 Singularity and in Dirham. The hyperspace lanes did not treat us very well there. Okay, that's fine. We'll just get that queued up for the moment. Let's check in on jobs. Okay, so this construction ship needs an order. That would mean heading to Ariga, which we are going to do. We'll get there in a little bit, and hopefully, well, we'll have the influence that we need soon enough. Ariga Prime definitely needs a planetary capital. That seems okay. And then Talon Secundus needs housing. This is set up as a mining world. A mining district would kind of do the trick. I guess that's fine. It's more of a kicking the can down the road sort of thing, but that'll do. We're full on food. Let's sell some of that off. Excellent. And we're going to build our hyper relay on the next tick here, but we are short right now on rare crystals. So let's buy in 1,000 of those. That will keep us going for a while on the hyper relay front. Excellent. So we're short 2 influence right now. We'll have that now. And this factory world needs housing. Sure. This is mostly a devastation issue, but I'm going to put in an industrial district nonetheless. That seems fine. This construction ship in Nunkey is now idle, and the question is, what do we want to do with it? Well, I would like to have this construction ship be building additional, what am I looking for? There's a word I'm looking for. Orbital rings. That's the word. I would like to have this be building additional orbital rings. We simply don't have the influence coming in for that. I'm going to re-disband this construction ship. We only built it to get this up in Nunkey. So that is reasonably fine. We wanted to have the connection to our hyperspace relay network. So that will be okay for now. We're going to be very, very done with our hyperspace relay network very, very soon. So that all looks good. We've only got 4 more locations down over here to put in. And then up over here, we've got a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to put in. Okay. That seems absolutely fine. And at that point, we're as connected as we're going to get. Like, I'm not going to run a connection up this way, although arguably that would be a decent connection to make. I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's necessary. So that should be fine. I would love to get this orbital ring upgrading. It's going to cost 50 influence, but that is at least reduced by 50% due to Fortress Doctrine. So that's nice. But yeah, we're interested in getting these building slots going, and the module slots, for now, we don't have a lot available here. We'll see what we might want to put into that. We might want to have these be like anchorages. If we don't have other slots that unlock, I'm not sure if we will or not. We'll see. So that's reasonably fine for now. We did just finish up something in Asia. New branch office. Oh, that's not good. Sure. And we will proceed with caution. Excellent. So the Nunkey station is going to need additional upgrading soon. We may want to start going through some of these stations, so I'm wondering, defense platforms 11. Okay. That's definitely noted. That orbital rings can do that. Yeah, that's absolutely noted. I don't think we need the planetary defense guns and batteries. I don't think we need the defenses, to be honest, at all. So we found the Mask of Transformation, so that'll make terraforming a little bit better, sure. We don't really need it, to be honest. We've kind of done the terraforming we're going to do at this point. It looks like the Radiant Storm over here has kind of resurged a little bit. That's fine. We are not too concerned about that. Storms are quasi-good for us, but also kind of bad in a weird sort of way. I do want to definitely put in a research lab here for this job, so we'll get going on that. And how are we doing on our astral actions? Oh, we can activate these. Absolutely do that. Complete. Over here in Nunkey, let's upgrade this to a Star Fortress. Beautiful. So that is, of course, magnificent. And I do want to continue going through our defense platforms here and building defenses in some of these locations. So defense platforms are absolutely what I want to put in. Are we able to max this one? We are, so that's great. Out over here, we are, of course, working on our building skill, but that seems fine. Let's get a few defense platforms queued on up. There we go. And we'll get our border defenses nice and strong. So that seems great. We've got a lot of irons in the fire right now, and we will get there. We are currently working on grabbing mega engineering, which is going to be a very big deal. +2 arc furnaces and Dyson swarms are very, very good. We would be delighted to scope out some locations for additional Dyson swarms and arc furnaces, particularly the arc furnaces. Dyson swarms are good, don't get me wrong, but... Oh, this actually scrolls. Interesting. I didn't know that. So we could definitely do like a reverse engineering of arcane technology, which I'm going to do. That's going to boost us with 10% research speed. I don't want to spend more minor artifacts than that, though. For now, that will definitely be good. Okay, so we're going to want to eventually get ourselves the Fire Core class defense platforms upgraded to pulse armor. For now, I don't think there's too much to do on that front. So this is reasonably fine. This starbase is not doing anything. And it shouldn't be, actually. This is correct. Okay, remarkable. We're definitely getting to the point where we've got the vast majority of these upgraded to Citadels. Nunkey Station, of course, that's going to be a little while left. We've got a few years on that one, but that's okay. So we're currently building in Dirum out over here. How are we doing on our other construction ships? They're all working. Okay. So we're building in Ariga right now and in Vestalis. We're definitely going to be expanding out Vestalis Prime.
Handshake protocols activated.
What is this?
Research complete.
Yeah, we're going to decline that. Okay, that's fine. Tomb World habitability finishing up. So that is always a good thing. Fleet command limit coming up would be useful as well. Let's grab that. And have we already increased our fleet limit? Not as much as we'd like to. Okay. So that seems reasonably fine for now. Are we still at a Titan limit of 2? Yes, we are. Okay. So our archaeological site here is pending. We should get that going. That is done. And the Wave Skimmer 2 in Ariga is currently idle. Let's head up to Larkin Singularity and build that. But I also want to go to that orbital ring. We have enough to upgrade this right now. So let's do it. Let's get that going. Fantastic. I'd like to get this radar, or rather, not radar, the radar station orbital ring, I guess we could say, a little bit more operational. And that would be good. So I'd like to unlock a building slot, and we'll see what we want to go for a tech world based on what's available there. We're going to get astral threads either way here. Okay, sure. We'll contact the inhabitants. We've definitely seen that one before, so that is... we know how that's going to play out, most likely. That's okay. Cool. So everything is looking pretty good right now. Valis Prime is going to be colonized fairly soon. We do need housing on this factory world, and I'll just put in an industrial district. That'll be kicking the can down the road, as it were, but it's fine. Cool. So mostly what we need to work on now is the Nunkey Station. But that is going to be very minor periods of activity, right? Where's this electric storm? Oh, up in Ilya. Okay. Noted. Wow. That's going to get this area a little bit more awkward to traverse. Seems fine. It's kind of out of the way. I'm not too concerned about that. I think it's okay. So we're building this hyper relay in Dirum right now. I want to head down to Ajum and build the hyper relay there next. We can queue that up. We've got the influence right now. So I'm going to do that. And of course, we do have this guy up at Larkin Singularity. We're going to move up to Docile next, but we do not have the influence to get that queued just yet. Cool. So, influence is our primary lack at this point. I wouldn't mind bringing up our naval capacity a bit, and we've just established this colony, so that of course means that we want to put in a gene clinic and a city district to start with. So that'll all be fine. We'll get that done eventually. Anything else going on our colonies? Well, not exactly at this moment. Okay. So I would make the argument that what we need to do right now is be expanding our fleet. And that means that we could definitely expand our naval capacity. We could go for some anchorages in some out-of-the-way locations, like down here. And I'm going to do exactly that. So we can get 6 of these. Okay. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Who is this? The Covenant of the Shroud? Okay. 4. And you might say, what about trade? And I answer, what about it? Honestly, trade isn't going to be an issue in the future. So that's fine. We're going to do 5 and 6. Okay. So we're planning to collect this trade via gateways, is the idea. We just need to wait until we have the tech for that. Which should be quite soon, to be honest. So we're going to get all of these star bases down here upgrading. These 6 are all intended to be anchorages. So that'll be fine. They're a little out of the way, and they're just going to boost up our naval capacity. So that'll be fine. Destined for defiance, indeed. Cool. So we're going to be done in Vestalis eventually, but it does take a long time to build these orbitals. We need to keep in mind the orbitals all cost an alloy per month to get set up, so that is absolutely an issue. And Vestalis Prime here, we could definitely have it offset that by being an industrial setup. We'll see what ends up happening after the orbitals come through. Keep in mind, each orbital is going to increase the number of districts that we can have. So if we go into here and we check in the major orbital here, we can see that this is going to give it a half point of max district slots. And then it's also going to give us, depending on planetary deposit, the districts for research, generator, astro mining bays, and it'll give us a building slot as potentially as well. I think it'll give us a building slot if we don't have the districts, is the way that works. And the minor orbitals do basically the same thing, but they do not give a district slot. So that is going to improve Vestalis Prime. But given what we've got out over here, we're going to have a couple of research districts that we can make. We're probably just going to specialize this into being an alloy producer, which is absolutely fine. 100 influence for that? You know what? I don't care about the clues. We'll get the clues eventually. That seems fine. We have a new Astral Rift out over here in Walmart, which I should rename to Walmart. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. That will be amazing. There's absolutely nothing in that system. I love it. Minus 40-year lifespan on that. Okay, we definitely failed that event. That's fine. So the Wave Skimmer 2 is idle in Docile. We absolutely want to get that Hyper Relay going. Let's do that right now. And then we're going to get our Orbital Ring in Radar Central done fairly soon here. So that is great. The Arcturus Starbase is done. We'll get that upgraded.
Complete.
Yeah, we're going to be having a lot of these needing to upgrade.
Complete.
We don't need to take these up to Citadel, so that is fine. We just need to take them up to the point where we have all of our modules available. We don't need all of the buildings available. It's going to be a very similar situation like this.
Construction complete.
So that's absolutely fine. We can grab a Weeder and a Free Read. So that should be, I believe, all 6 of them upgraded.
Construction complete.
Yes, but Nunkey also needs to get upgraded to a Citadel. So we'll get that going. The Garoan Syndicate declared war on the Udkavango Devourers. Okay, I wish them luck in that engagement. Our head of research does need something here, and I guess we could just take sublight speed. It's not a big deal. Okay, so the Nunkey Station, we're of course going to queue up all of our ancient ramparts for. This is going to be a defensive station, so we're going to do that, but I'm not going to queue up the buildings just yet. Now, what I really want here is to finish the orbital ring upgrade. So, The question is, what's the next orbital ring upgrade going to cost in terms of influence, right? As well as what buildings do we want to put in for a tech world? Well, let's just give this a couple more days and we'll find out.
Construction complete.
Okay, so 75 influence, that's not too bad. So that gives us an additional module slot and an additional building slot. So the mega refiners would improve our minerals from miners. The ionization elements would improve our energy credits from technicians, food from farmers, trade value, unity from priests, consumer goods from artisans, alloys. Okay, and then we've got all of these. So there's not really any sort of a tech upgrade here. So that makes things mildly awkward, right? So these are all of the standard Starbase buildings here. I would love to put in one of these, for sure. Not an orbital shield generator. What do we produce on Radar Station Alpha? So it's primarily tech. Our next biggest production is actually Unity. So maybe in this case, we should consider putting in the, let's see here, the orbital filing system. That will boost our Unity from priests. I guess it's okay. And then as far as this goes, we could just put anchorages in and boost up our naval capacity that way. That'd be a good way to go about it, I think. Now, if I recall correctly, these buildings, no, they are not costing influence. I thought I remembered that these buildings costed influence at some point, but apparently I'm wrong on that. Okay, I do want to get this orbital ring upgrading. We just need 1 month tick on that. So let's get that going. I'd like to build this up as a model orbital ring to figure out how we want to specialize these. But that is going to be a next episode thing when this gets finished up. Okay, let's get that upgrading now. I want to build that upgrade first before the orbital filing system, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see how that goes. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.